My hypocrite mother sided with my ex-girlfriend after she cheated on me, so I cut both of them from my life. Years later my dad cheated on her and now she wants to apologize. My ex-girlfriend was literally the perfect woman. She was beautiful, smart and caring. She would make me handmade meals, go on dates with me, give me lots of attention. She even helped me out when my grades were starting to slip. I was certain that I was going to propose to her and marry her once we were both out of college. So imagine my surprise when I caught her in bed with another guy. It was her birthday and I had bought a new phone for her along with some flowers. I knew this would impress her because her phone screen had got a crack in it recently. But when I pulled up to her house and knocked on her door, I heard the sound of my girlfriend going at it with another man. I confronted her immediately, yelling and hitting the guy. He ran out like his life was in danger. Meanwhile, my girlfriend begged me and basically recited the cheater's anthem. About how it wasn't what I thought it was, and that she loved me with all her heart. But I knew that the reality was she had cheated on me, and not just once. Devastated, I dropped everything on the ground and ran back home. I don't want to get into it too much, but it was hard on me. I was struggling to even eat because of the horrors of what I had witnessed. When I told my mom what had happened, she laughed at me. Yes, she actually laughed at me. She told me that my girlfriend was most likely looking for a new experience, and that she still loves me. She said that my girlfriend had been very nice to me so far, so she deserved to be forgiven for one small mistake. So I shouldn't be a bitch and just talk it out with her instead of crying like a baby. I told her that that's ridiculous, that my girlfriend cheated on me so she doesn't love me. Once again, my mother told me that I needed to just get back with her. She insisted that this was the woman I was going to marry. When I repeatedly told her that I wasn't going to stay in a relationship with a cheater, she gave me an ultimatum. If you don't go back to her and apologize for not picking up her calls, I will tell your father to stop paying your college tuition. At the time, my dad was away on a business trip. But this incident made me realize that my own mother was my enemy. She wanted what was the worst for me. I made the bold decision of cutting her and my ex-girlfriend completely from my life. In the process, I also had to cut all contact with my dad because I really didn't want my mom to be in my life anymore. I discarded my number and deleted all social media. I rented out a small trailer in another city for $200 a month. I also dropped out of college for a year so I could save up enough money to pay for it on my own. I got a job as a cashier first, but was then recruited to work as a bartender in a high-end restaurant. But the hours were terrible and I was always low on energy. I had to sleep during the day and work during the night. Eventually, a year passed of me living on my own. I did save up enough to pay for a community college. It was a huge step down from where I was studying when I had my family helping me pay, but I was going to make the best of what I had. I took as many courses as I could while still balancing my night shifts simultaneously. I met Emily in one of my classes. At first, I constantly compared her to my ex. I said to myself that my ex was perfect and Emily was flawed. Then I cried about what I was thinking. But, thankfully, Emily accepted the broken me. She was like a sun in my darkness, lighting up my life completely. She helped me get over my trauma and ex by helping me pay for therapy. Thanks to her, I was also able to get a scholarship and quit that awful night job that was taking a massive toll on my body. We both graduated together and got jobs that paid decent enough for us to move in an apartment together. I proposed to her on our 4th year anniversary, and she said yes. We had a small marriage, with no big ceremony. In fact, her parents and one of my friends were the only guests present, and we just signed a few papers. But it was still the happiest day of my life. It felt like I had finally achieved something despite almost being screwed over. Now, and I still can't believe I am calling her this, my wife is expecting a baby in around 4 months. Our lives have stabilized and we are both ready to take the next step, raising our own child. By this point, it had been years since I had even thought of my family. So naturally I was dumbstruck when out of nowhere, my mother texted me. Somewhere along the line, I had created a new Facebook account so I could post pictures of me, Emily, and our future baby. But I never thought that my hypocrite mother would find it and use it to contact me. I was expecting her to yell at me, demanding me to come home. But it was the opposite. She was apologizing to me, begging me to forgive her. She admitted that she was wrong, and that she didn't realize how much I was hurting. I won't lie, I was curious as to how a person could change this much, so I asked her straight up what had happened. She confessed that my dad had been cheating on her for over a year. She finally felt the pain that I had to go through and realized that she wanted nothing to do with the person who had hurt her, even if it was her husband. I told her that while I'm sorry for her, I have no desire to rekindle any relationship between us, especially not that of a parent and child. She said that she would do anything I wanted, because she had seen that my wife was pregnant. She wanted to be in her grandchild's life no matter what. I flat out told her that there is no way I am allowing that, and to stop texting me. I have moved on from her and have no need for her artificial care. Then she started saying that she won the house in the divorce, and would sign it over to us if I forgave her. She also said that she has some retirement money saved up, and was going to send it to me as soon as I gave her my contact information. Since I read that, I have just closed my phone and been in deep thought. I don't know how to tell my wife about this. I seriously have no intentions of entertaining my mother's request, but I have also never seen her this desperate.